Hello there. Today's meditational verse is the most popular verse from Bhagavad Gita, the Song of God. karmaṇy-evādhikāras ma phaleṣhu kadāchana ma karma-phala-hetur bhūr ma te saṅgo stvakarmaṇi. This is from the second chapter, which is Saṅkhya Yoga, the yoga of analysis of the soul, body, mind mechanism. And the verse number is 47. Every student in India especially, they grow up learning this verse. The parents teach them that you only have to focus on your work. About the results of the work, you do not have control. This much many people have heard. I remember in my town, there was a doctor. He had written this verse on his prescription. So whenever you consult that doctor and you get the prescription within a rectangle with a border, he had this beautiful verse, karmaṇy-evādhikāras ma phaleṣhu kadāchana, and I picked it up from there. So, but only when I came into contact with our spiritual guru and the mentors, I would say I have learned the deeper meaning of this verse, and I'm still learning. And about Bhagavad Gita, the Song of God, they say if you learn one verse properly, you would have learned everything else. And this verse is a testimony to that kind of a statement. First of all, karmaṇy-evādhikāras, Shri Krishna is telling Arjun, you only have a right to perform your duty. So all of us are performing some duties. As a student, as an employee, as a son, as a brother, as a husband, as a wife, as a mother, as a father, as a citizen. All of us have duties to perform. That is very clear, and we have the independence, whether we do our work diligently or we do our work lackadaisically, we do our work with extraordinary skill, or we do our work with a very lazy attitude. This facility we have, the independence. But all of us have some activities to perform. So Shri Krishna is guiding all of us that do your duty, but don't be concerned with the results. He is telling that the results are not in our hand. The results are decided by a variety of factors, and that is what constitutes the law of karma. We have a past, we carry the footprints, and that also affects the outcome. Sometimes the outcome is dependent on many external factors. So it is very clear that the outcome is not necessarily how we want it. So the advice is very crystal clear that don't be concerned about it. Just do your duty and focus on your duty, focus on your work. What will happen, you don't have to overthink, which is what we do. And we lose out in performing our best, which is what is required for every activity. Within the resources, within the constraints, within all kinds of challenges, we must do our best to our potential. So the first part of the statement is very clear. karmaṇy-evādhikāras ma phaleṣhu kadāchana. You don't have the liberty to think about the results. Ma karma-phala-hetur bhūr. It further says that do not consider yourself to be the doer of the work. Now this is very divine, very transcendental. Why is it so that we are doing the work but we shouldn't have the doership? For the simple reason that what are we? We are this body. No, we are not the body. We are the soul. And the body, the mind, the intellect, the ego belongs to the soul. And the soul is a divine spark. It is eternal. It is a part of God. That knowledge also we should have. So, the soul is powered by the divine energy, and that divine energy is permeating in our personality. And there is God's material energy, Maya, of which the mind, the ego, the subtle body, the gross body, etc. are the part. So when we do something, we apply our senses, we apply our mind, we apply our intellect, and we perform actions with our body. So all this is powered by God's material energy. So how can we say that we are the doer? So doership is also a no. The next point, karmaṇy-evādhikāras ma phaleṣhu kadāchana ma karma-phala-hetur ma te saṅgo stvakarmaṇi. But then Sri Krishna is also saying, do not be attached to inaction. Means we cannot be lazy. We cannot say, I am not interested. That attachment to laziness is not permitted. So there are so many no's in this statement, in this advice. Do not think about the results. You are not the decision maker of your work outcome. Then do not have the doership. Then do not be attached to inaction. So these are the 3 points we should remember when we think of this verse. But the important point is to know the entire soul, mind, body, ego, intellect mechanism. Because we don't know that mechanism very well, we don't consider that we are the soul, we are eternal, we never die, only the body leaves us. The body goes into the elements of which it is made. Kshitij, Jal, Pavak, Gagan, Samira, Panch, Rachitya, Adham, Sharira. The gross body is made up of fire, water, air, space, and water, and earth. And it goes into those 5 elements. The mind, the intellect, the ego, which is the subtle body, that continues with the soul and it acquires a new body. And that's how the transmigration of the soul keeps taking place until we realize God. And then the God orders Maya to pack the material energy. And once the material energy is no longer dominant on us, we become God realized. Then we are pure soul with everything divine. That means our mind, our intellect, our ego, our senses, everything becomes divine. And divine means there is no darkness, there is no negativity. It is all only bliss. And that is the meaning of Sat Chit Anand. Then we become truly eternal, fully knowledgeable and blissful. Then it doesn't matter whether we live in the realm of divine, which is God's abode, or we live in the material world. If God sends us here because our real situation has changed completely. So this is the point to reflect today on the meditational front for Formula 44, sadhana, austerities, experiments, learning to keep our mind, body, soul energized and blissful. Take care. See you.